Namaste, y'all. It's Madame Rosa, fortune teller, interpreter of the Book of Destiny, which is behind here. Find out your birth card for free. I don't know really how to do that if I'm not on a live thing like I was on a random. But that's how I give personal readings, just so you know. Meanwhile, I know that the collective loves their twin flame updates, and I know that I probably should throw some out there so that people can get an idea of who I am. And I know that there's so many out there that's why I developed a 11 by 11 spread that is going to be 11 on the side of the divine masculine and 11 on the side of the divine feminine. So let's go ahead and get started. I ask that all beautiful, wonderful, clean and pure energies are here. And all of the ascended masters and angels and guides and all of our holy progeny and ascended ancestors that are even on their way back through reincarnation. In any case, let's go ahead and ask them for all the divine assistance that we may need. And let's begin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Ascended Master deck, and I'm going to do 3 cards on the bottom, and that's going to be the foundation of the reading. So I'm going to start with the Divine Masculine on the left side. And I'll start with 3 cards from the Divine Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters deck. And go ahead and throw 3 down on one side and 3 down on the other side for the Divine Feminine. So let's see what we have here. And the first card, number 1, is going to represent what the Divine Masculine or what the Divine Feminine feels about oneself. So this is for the Divine Masculine. And let's pick one for the Divine Feminine. And then what the Divine Masculine feels about their Divine Feminine. And what the Divine Feminine feels about or for the Divine Masculine at this time. Divine Feminine is a collective. So when people say Divine Feminines, wow, this is upside down. I don't know if I should read it that way, but we'll take a look at it. I don't usually read upside downsies, but sometimes they're significant, so let's see. And then what the Divine Masculine or female feminine feels about the mission and this divine partnership, and what the Divine Feminine feels about this. Okay, so that we have those laid, let's go to the next list, which is the 4th and 5th cards. And those are going to be 2 right here. So it's going to be 11 on one side and 11 on the other. So 3 on the bottom. 2 in the middle, 3 more, 2 again, and 1 at the top. So I'm going to have to make some space. So 11 represents being in the limelight of spiritual guiding. So the twin flames have been in separation and have been gaining their personal strength and personal developing their ascended mastery on this planet through insight and awakening. And therefore, I put these as the bottom. And 11 represents being in the limelight. When 11 and 11 come together, that's 22. And 22 is the master builder. Okay? So, let me go ahead and get 2 more cards. Now, the 2 cards here are going to be what is the path towards reunion and mission, and what needs to change. And so I'm going to take the Doreen Virtue's love cards and go ahead and shuffle these because I'm going to put 2 here. Whoa. Cards be wanting to jump. Well, now we're going to find out what they are. That's badass. All right, so let me go ahead and shuffle. So everybody likes to see shuffling. And this will be for the Divine Masculine, the first one. Keep messing up my cards here. And for the Divine Masculine, the second card is what needs to change. Okay, and the reason why I've done it that way is 4 is what is the path. 4 is a very foundational number. 5 is the card of, 5 is the number for change. So I'm really, I developed this with some insight, and I thought, well, what does the collective want? Whereas what is it that I want? And let's see if I can put them together and satisfy both parties. Because there are so many definitely awesome readers out there giving you the moment-by-moment twin flame updates. But I want to do something special, as I explained in my first video. All right? And this is for the Divine Feminine. What is the path towards reunion and mission? And what needs to change? Okay? And now we're going to get 6, 7, and 8. And I'm going to take these cards here. And these are the playing cards. This is Smoky Quartz. Let's see. Now, on the masculine side, I'm going to lay 3 cards, which is 6, 7, and 8. 6 is a card of karma. But as above, so below, you're going to find the 3-pointed star, the 6-pointed star with the 3 pointing up and the 3 pointing down. So 6 also represents for me balance. What needs balance, okay, in the masculine? What needs balance in the masculine? And let's do this feminine. What needs balance in the feminine? Collective or individually? Now, number 7 is a spiritual number. So I said, what will assist spiritually? Okay? What will assist spiritually? So I'm over here shuffling. For the Divine Masculine, what will assist spiritually? And for the Divine Feminine, what will assist spiritually? I know I'm a goofball. And you can see I have all the bells and whistles out. I'm going to show you some other stuff too. All right, so what is the Divine Feminine? What will assist the Divine Feminine spiritually? And then number 8 is a very powerful card, and it says, what supports union and mission? So, number 8 is that divine lemniscate, or the eternity symbol on its side. And like I showed people on my wand when I was in India, and my friend made this for me, I did a feather which fell off. Maybe I'll find it somewhere. And I also did the infinity symbol with the I Ching 6 straight lines, which means heaven. All right, so number 8. Ocho, what supports union and mission for the Divine Masculine? And what supports a mission and a reunion? Union and reunion for the Divine Feminine. All right, so, and then we go to 9. What can be released? Because number 9 is a number of completion. And so, if you like my card spread, you heard it here first. Give me props. I made it up. Yeppers, with all that spiritual understanding and cool stuff. And I think what I would like to do for 9 and 10 is the Rider-Waite deck. And the Rider-Waite deck is a fabulous deck. I was playing with them later. And I was, so some of them are a little turned over. So this is going to be, for number 9, oopsie, 4 flew out. I'm going to put them back in, and I'm going to keep shuffling because I wouldn't know how to designate them. I know that's rough. Now they're flipping over. I'm not about all this craziness today. So let me just get Number 9, for the divine masculine, what can be released? For the win. Okay? That must be included in the original card reading. If you want to do this spread, number 9 is, what can be released? FTW, for the win. Alrighty? Alrighty tighty. Let's do numero 9 for the divine masculine. This is what needs to be released. What can be released? I'm going to put that down because I saw it for the divine feminine. And I know that that needs to be released. And this is going to be what is the greatest change, is number 10. Because 10 is a number of completion, and it's a cycle beginning, a cycle ending, and a cycle beginning. So let's go ahead and see in number 10, numero 10, por el divino, el masculino divino. We should be doing these in Spanish. And I wonder if they are doing them in Spanish elsewhere. And now for the divine feminina, what is the greatest change that is happening within her or to be manifested at this time for the divine feminina? Now, remember I want to do what I want, right? So you got your spread here, but it's all about mission for me at this point because of who I am and what my mission is and how it includes us all. And I need everybody, we all need, God needs everyone on board. So I'm going to take the Fairy Oracle. Now the Fairy Oracle is by 2 people, and I failed to mention the second person in the last reading. And this is the Fairy Oracle by Brian Froud, and the text is by Jessica Macbeth. So I'm going to pull one at the top, and it is the final result for this period of time, or for this, this week. And getting these videos uploaded, hopefully I can get them more than just once a week, but my Wi-Fi is not that great, and it does take a lot of time to upload these. So the final result for the divine masculine, and using the Fairy Oracle because of the fact that I believe all of the twin flames are fairies on the earth to help the earth come back to its balance and oneness in a literal manifested form. Eden, Garden of Eden, where we're eating a lot of fruits that are grown everywhere because we planted them and they're organic. And Monsanto is a name that we no longer fear. Here we go. Divine Feminine, what is the result for you? You are so ultimately divine, so don't forget. You're so awesome and cool like that. Alrighty then. We need our encouragement wherever we can get it. The divine masculine is amazing. And here we go. So are we. Let us do this. Now's where all the fun begins, kids. Now's where all the fun begins. And I like to see myself on camera. Maybe it has to do with all those years on a random and certain amount of vanity or whatever. I know that I like to see my readers' faces as well. So I know what I like as a YouTube connoisseur, if you will. In fact, there's a woman on a random who I've got to give her props just for being her, and I think her name is Duchess Freak-a-Ding-Dong, She's fantastic. She's wigs, and she's got... So I made this prior to going out to San Francisco, and I thought, oh, this is fun. If I ever need to read anything, I can wow you all that way. All right, so let's begin. With the Divine Masculine, the first card is, what does the Divine Masculine feel about oneself? And I get health and healing. And health and healing is everything of what they're doing now, why we're not hearing from them, why they're getting centered, they're getting balanced, they're healing, and praise the Lord for that. It's about time, and we're also very excited about it, and we know that theirs is going to be way accelerated, and it will continue throughout our interaction, but at this time, it's, in my opinion, very accelerated. So one of the best cards you can get for the Divine Masculine. And remember that all of the cards represent all of us. So we are, every single thing actually means both of us. And so we are also health and healing. We're continually healing. We're continually choosing what is we're going to do for our diet, whether we're going to do our yoga, and what other kind of exercise or changes we're going to be making. We're focused on health and healing as well. Second card for the Divine Masculine is, what does the Divine Masculine feel about the twin? And I have positive change, which is Parvati. And Parvati is the divine consort of Shiva. So this is the essence of Shakti, the feminine energy. And so they feel as though they know who their divine counterpart is, where they derive their satisfaction and their spiritual who their spiritual home is, and where they derive that energy, that Shakti, that original energy that fires them up, and that's their divine feminine. So the third card is, what does the Divine Masculine feel about mission and this divine partnership? And the reason why I put it in the third position is for that triangle. So you have the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine on the bottom. Oh, where's my wallet? I could show it to you. I have it in my wallet. I love it. And oh no, I'm not ready for that right now because I think my wallet's over there. But you know that picture of and then we'll put God on the top. So you have the triangle, and what they feel is open their heart to love. So they themselves realize how shut off they have been, and now they are fully opening up their heart to love and to their Christ consciousness and their Christed selves, and to being their Christ-like as they can possibly be. And they are also studying Christ, and they are being pulled by God. So at this time they're getting closer to God and getting closer to Christ, getting close to their spiritual practice, and what may have been forgotten when they were younger, or what is newly awakened in them now, this is something that they're doing. Now, I think I'd like to go to the Divine Feminine too, and just do it like that. What's the base? And just go up, up, up. So we have 11 here and 11 here, and that's 22. And I don't know, I'll probably throw some more just for, for fun and for added insight. Okay, so for the Divine Feminine, what does the Divine Feminine feel about oneself? Drink more water. Oh my heck, it's like it's reading my mind. I think I need to drink some more water. Oh, look at that water. Let me get some. Water, the most vital element on earth. Most vital. Okay, so again, it's showing up as the foundation, which, remember, for me, is all about mission. Water. The clean water on the earth. Muy importante. Now, this is upside down. And it says, what does the Divine Feminine feel about her Divine Masculine? And she feels maybe a lack of freedom, because it's upside down, or freedom. So it really is interplay between the two. And I think right now, perhaps is because the Divine Feminine has worked so hard and is standing in her power, I think that at this moment there's a great amount of freedom in her personal life to create and develop what it is that she's been passionate about for so long, or whatever it is that she's been guided to. And so she has the freedom to do so. And then when it comes to the Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine, perhaps she feels as though she's not free, in that she is committed, and that she no longer is thinking about herself alone, and that she can finally start considering the fact that she's about to be in a divine partnership. So in the 3D. Alrighty, so numero 3, what does the Divine Feminine feel about mission and this divine partnership? And again, I have the triangle on my notes to show the number 3. So that would be that's balancing the career and home life. And that's, making sure everything's foundation-wise, all ducks are in the row, ourselves. And then again, this is across the board. This represents the divine masculine and the divine feminine within each individual twin flame and their own inner balance of divine masculine and feminine energies. Alrighty, so let's go to numero cuatro. What is the path towards reunion and mission? Number 4 for the divine masculine. And I see no children because it's upside down. So what that tells me for now is that what the path towards mission for the divine masculine is to put away those things that are for the child and to face those things of a man, a grown person, an ascended master, somebody who's here to work a divine mission, and also perhaps that the having of children is something that would be best to not open oneself up to right away. You want to have more of a foundation before that happens. So people do talk about pregnancies. I've seen all these videos. I'm on YouTube and they talk about, and yes, these things are going to happen, but they have to happen once there's a great foundation. So people are secure in their finances and in their union. So therefore, let us go on to number 5 for the divine masculine, which is what needs to change, because number 5 represents change, and that's attraction. So they need to focus their attraction on that which is, their divine feminine, when I think for quite some time they've been attracted to all the other things. The divine, the karmic soulmates and the things of the world and the things that have naturally attracted them through habit, such as, the temptations of the world and the things that have possibly attracted them for so long that perhaps right now what needs to change is their focus of attraction. So they're what's attracting them essentially, is changing. They no longer, that alcohol smells bad, and this orange juice with the pomegranate freshly done is so freaking amazing. I'm so attracted to it. So, toop, 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 So, groovy baby. And number 4 for the divine feminine is, it is safe for you to love. And so that is what is the path towards reunion and mission. And that is, for me personally, that, to switch back to that this is on go after feeling for so long that it was irrevocably, lost to the annals of time, or annals, however you want to put it. But I think you get my general drift. In any case, so it is safe for us to love again. It's safe for us to believe in this love. And so that is what is the path towards reunion and mission. So that is that open your heart to give and receive the biggest energy of all. And that's ultimately why separation persists, is because healing doesn't happen overnight. So let's be patient with ourselves, and let's be free to safely love ourselves as well. So if you're not quite ready yet, no worries, no chicken curries. You'll be fine. And number 5 is what needs to change. And so the passion. Once the heart has been bulldozed, by literally pancaked out by a bulldozer, it's hard to fluff back up. You can ask SpongeBob. You just add water, and you come back to life. So that's what needs to happen. So this is an ongoing process, and that is why it needs to change, so that the heart fire gets turned back on. Once it's been put out with a little water, sometimes you need some drying. You may even need to take a blow dryer, maybe even a blowtorch. But that's got to change, and it will. What needs balance? Number 6 for the divine masculine, 5 of hearts. And 5 of hearts means a change of affections. That's what needs to balance. The coming away from the old into the new. That which attracted you before, other partners, other habits, lifestyles, ways of being, ways of considering yourself. All of this has to change. Heart represents emotions. It represents people. And it represents relationships. And 5 represents change. So what needs balance is this change. He needs to ground it. It needs to be ground more fully. It's there, but it's marinating better. You want it to taste the very best, right? I know I do. Number 5, 6, 7 is spiritual. What is going to assist the divine masculine spiritually? And that's the 4 of Hearts. The 4 of Hearts, again, appeared in my last reading, which was less than a week ago. And this is my second reading, so I'm hoping you guys will subscribe and like and all those cool things. And see my other videos. They're not all about readings. They're about all the other stuff. And I hope you'll enjoy that. The 4 of Hearts, traditionally, well, as I explained, this tarot is way older than the Rider-Waite deck. And in the Rider-Waite deck, you're going to see a man by a tree, and 3 cups are fallen, spilt over, and there's a cup being handed to him by the hand of God, and his answer is M-E-H. Meh. That's not what it means here. What it means that what will assist spiritually is the foundation in love, the home, the family life, the security of this divine partnership that it gives. So for the number 8, what supports union and mission for the divine masculine is 7 of Hearts upside down. Now, 7 of Hearts is that card of confusion, so many options. And so I think what it means is finally letting all of the I'm so confused go, because it's patently insulting, okay, for you still not to know, divine masculines, what's up. And so that's what's going to support the union, is to let go of the indecision. And this is a card of second chances. So on the upright, this card means a second chance in love, or a coming back of love. So that's groovy, baby. And now let's do number 6 for the divine feminine. What needs balance? And that is work. I know for myself, I'm very undisciplined. I was very disciplined for many years, being in Utah. I live in Utah, and I live amongst the Mormons, and I'm on the books. I'm a member. I was incredibly regimentedly strict, and I have come a long way, but this is where I need to be, because I need to do more work. So you'll be seeing me more often, and I need to discipline myself more and organize all of these fabulous messages and everything that I've been given into a more comprehensive mission. So that's what is going to help the divine feminine and balancing her own work relatedness. But it also means that some of us could be working our heads off, and some of us are crazy about working. And I know that I'm throwing myself into my other videos that don't have to do with doing readings, that have to do with why Krishna's blue, or you know, how Yogananda was an incarnation of Radha, and how Radha and Krishna are twin flames. You know, this is me in my past life. And so this could mean rest, and don't overwork. This is a card of workaholic, overwork. So you want to balance that if that's what you're doing. So that's where we have to have our balance. And then number 7 is what will assist spiritually, is the Queen of Hearts. And that's in the realm of us being mothers, wives, lovers, staying in our gentle heart space where we have achieved a measure of forgiveness and understanding and ability to see the whole picture and to nurture those around us. So that's really what's going to assist us spiritually, is for us to be the Queen of Hearts or the Queen of Cups. And that has everything to do with sexual satisfaction, love satisfaction, motherhood, pregnancy, a rosy glow on your relationships, this sort of thing. And number 9, what supports union, is the 6 of clubs. And the 6 of clubs, upright, that's the card of, well, in the Rider-Waite deck, you have the man on the horse, and that means victory. And so that is really what's going to support the union, is to know, regardless of what's happening in the 3D, that in the 5D, we know that we're victorious, that we've already won. Now we're going to reap the benefits of all of the work that we've done, and that includes energetically, because what we're doing in this lifetime is we're living in the results of our thinking 20 years ago. And what we're doing now, when we take advantage of all of these technologies that are sustainable, which we need to put into place, we are going to be victorious. So in every case, we're victorious. But this is also a card, when it comes to my system, of intuition and of karma. That what goes around comes around. And what supports the union and mission is that we have good karma, that we have strong intuition at this time. So whereas we may not see the 3D, I'm not hearing from my twin, I'm not getting all, people are individually concentrating on their own foundations, health, healing. Yes, there's a positive change. People have to drink more water. Excuse me. I'm seriously not reminded enough to do it. And so that's a really good card. Now let's go to our Rider-Waite 9 and 10. Now number 9, for the number 9, is the number of release. Because remember number nine by the Beatles. Well, number 9 is the number of completion, as we all know. If you're a reader, you know this. And so what needs to be released? And that's that 4 of hearts energy, the one that's the meh energy. So this is why when I show you how I read from the Book of Destiny, which you could see the Book of Destiny on my Madame Rosa page, pictures in my photos on Facebook, and in my last video I showed the pictures up close. Why this is a more pure system than this is, because this came to Europe about 400 years ago, and then the Italians and the Europeans did their interpretations. And the interpretive nature of this card, it has its place, but the fullness of the more, not the fullness, but the more pure meaning is a satisfaction and foundation. Whereas what they need to release is this lack of satisfaction, or what it is they've talked themselves into where their headspace is by feeding themselves all kinds of information, and that's what they need to release is their prior inability to accept this gift, which is the divine feminine and this divine partnership. And then number 10 is, what is the greatest change? You may like this, my beloved divine feminines and masculine who are watching. The Lovers, Baba. This is very nice. Everybody likes that. So that's the love, baby. And now for the divine feminine, what needs to be released? And I threw this down because I saw it and I knew it's the suffering, the binding, the he doesn't love me. If he's not in touch with me, that means this. And why is it? And I'm a 9 of clubs, so I'm the poster child. And so I embody all of that for you, so you don't have to. And it needs to be released for the win. That's FTW. If you ever do this, it has to have for the win in there. Remember, because this is my trademark 1111. Okay? Very Yogananda style. Now, number 10, what is the greatest change? I just learned this. I literally just made this up. What's the greatest change? The world. Because in my last reading, I got a card called Hidden. And it meant that we're not really in the limelight as twin flames. A lot of people don't even know who we are. So the world is going to know, and we are going to be able to accomplish our missions, which is to serve God and humanity as twin flames. So that's the greatest change for the divine feminine, because we've been wanting to, see the results, and I know I'm very impatient. So that's a very good card. And now ultimately the final result for this week. And I didn't put a timestamp. I'm not saying this is for this period of time and this, because I don't have that kind of discipline. I've got to, towards this developing a clientele. I do want you guys to know that I'm a 5-star reader. I was number 1, number 2, and number 3 for quite some time on a random. I went back to India. I read this book. I realized I wrote it. I realized I'm Radha. I'm putting out all these videos out. I'm trying to bring people up to speed. I've always been an awakener and a galactic activator, and I'm happy to do so, and y'all are here. We're all one, and we're all here to help one another. We're all here to awaken and empower one another, and ultimately that's what I hope to do for you. So now for the divine masculine, the final result for now is, oh my gosh, that's the best card. So this is the card that I'm going to have my business card printed on. And now I really do want to show you my business card, if I can. Where the heck is it? Yeah, so this is the 0 card, and this is the fairy guide. And so, oh my gosh, this is the ultimate card, because Radha and Krishna are the king and queen of the fairies, and the 444,000 approximate, we're rounding up the 144,000. That's a new TM I have, rounding up the 144,000. This says that the slate is ready to create our mission as Radha Krishna, our mission as the Twin Flame Collective, to heal the earth through all of the technologies and all of the work that we've done and will do. And so this is a card that you could actually draw a picture of yourself on it. So I wanted to imprint my business card on it. I'm going to grab my wallet really, really quick. And I hope I can find an old business card in here. The point of the matter is I've used them all up, but I've wanted to go to the printer and have them put, oh, don't tell me I don't have one, a business card. Yeah, I don't have one. Oh, yeah, I do. So this is what I want to put on my card. What I've always wanted to have printed on here is my business card, which is Earthwise Health Network, which is the products that are safe for the environment, biodegradable, and pH balanced. Yeah, the business card has some spots on it, and there's another one without spots on it, and on the other side I have my Madame Rosa. So I don't have a lot of business cards left, but that's what I've always wanted to print on here, and I think that that's incredibly auspicious. So it's saying that the divine masculine finally is going to take the lead, and they are the heart of the revolution. So groovy. That is the ultimate card, like really, for me anyhow. I'm going to put that right there. And then for the divine feminine, the final result this week is the singers of connection. And the singers have to do with nature in an integral way. They are, in my opinion, the quarks, the sparks, the little microcosms and microorganisms that make up nature, the fairies. And so I'm going to read this one, and this is number 6. And number 6 is, again, as above, so below, the triangle going up and the triangle coming down, which is God reaching down to us and us reaching up to God. And so the final result is the singers of connection. You can see the up and the down, which is kind of like a Star of David, or the sign for as above, so below. And so that's really, really great. So numero 6, and we all know 6 means, past life, and reminiscing the past life relationship. So the singer of connection is really great. It says through the power of this singer, all connections are made, held, and released as appropriate. In a reading, this singer indicates, and so it does represent karma, the karmic, like the Six of Cups. This is the sixth card, but it's like the as above, so below, sacred geometry. So in a reading, this singer indicates the connection of things, especially reconnecting those that have been sundered, which means cut off, broken apart. So they say, to whom God has brought together, let no man put asunder. And we know there's been a lot of attempts at putting this divine partnership asunder, and it has to do with the dark presences not wanting the light to shine. And it's about to pretty much be blinding, so I'm pretty stoked. In any case, it tells us that it is unifying and reunifying. It tells us that we need to be aware of the connections between different aspects of the issue under discussion, as well as the connections between the people linked by it. We also may need to build more connections, a network of mutual support. And the presence of this singer of connection in a reading indicates support and strength flowing through the connections between those involved. So we all feel our twin flames energies. I had one reader that I just heard say, I feel my twin flames heart and mind are connected, and it brought a realization to me that I don't feel that same schizophrenic, I don't know what I'm doing energy anymore. I feel that this person is more centered. So that's pretty awesome stuff. Now, I have a couple of decks that I have to be honest with. I'm not playing with a full deck where they're concerned, because I took 2 negative cards out of one deck, and then the other deck is a card that I have a deck of cards that I used to put some cards around my house, and then they ended up in other places. And so this isn't a divination deck, but this is the card of the Water Crystal Oracle by Masaru Emoto, who was featured in a movie called What the Bleep Do We Know Anyhow? And talking about how we are like 90% or 70% water or something. I don't know the details, but we're almost 100% water. And so, he put the water crystals out, and he said to the people to emote what the piece of word paper said on it: love, hate, I want to kill you, trust, honesty. And this are the crystals that were created by the energetic frequency of the spiritual impressions that people made with their intentions of those words. And so I would like to pull maybe one card, one or whatever wants to come. And that's because, remember, union is great, but once we're in union, if we just keep on living the way we've been living, there's really not going to be much change. We have to, and I don't want to sit here and write a litany of things we need to do, but I did show my reusable coffee cup that was given to me by the divine twin flame of Selena Gomez, the actress. So this flew out, and this card is harmony. And so that is really beautiful. And harmony is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's an interesting crystal, because it has these like 2 points that are kind of together at the top. It's not quite a hexagram. It's kind of almost has a smiley face on top. And I'd like to read harmony. I've not really done a lot with these cards, but I did want to bust them out because of what it is I'm hoping to achieve. And the top word on here is wisdom. And the second word is harmony. So Dr. Masaru Emoto, he put all of the words on the water and had the people come through. And this is what came for the water crystal for harmony. So that's 3 on the bottom, and like 2, it's like a unique dreidel of some sort. So I'm going to put that there. Whoopsies. I want to get those little clips that people use. I had some, but I'm going to have to get some more. Let me see if I can keep that standing there. And I will read that for you. And then I will sign off and wish you all a very good experience until I see you again, and hope that you have enjoyed this reading. And I'll provide links. And let's see if I can read this. The Water Crystal Oracle, how to use the cards. Drink. Oh, we're supposed to do, it's not really the same. But in any case, I think that this card, here are the cards in the power group, cards of wisdom. Harmony. There was once a spiritual awareness that attempted to raise the people's consciousness, to pray for harmony in all things. Harmony is the greatest of all virtues. Harmony. And that's that symbol of the yin and yang, the symbol of balance and harmony. So with that, I want to wish you guys a wonderful time until I see you again. I'm working on discipline in my own life. In the future, I would like to show you some I Ching with the I Ching coins that I have here. And I have other decks. I have, of course, the Book of Destiny, which is how I do personal readings, and that's exceptionally helpful when it comes to timelines. I also read cards as well if people would like that in addition. Let me pull one more card for y'all, and that's in this deck that I was given to. I was given this by a druid named Shannon, a man that I met. And I ended up staying up all night talking to him. It was not romantic, but in the end, he gave me these cards. And I've taken 2 cards out, so I'm not playing with a full deck, and I wish you will forgive me on that. I took out limitation and stagnation because I thought, I'm fed up with that crap, so I'm not having it. All right, so no more limitation, no more stagnation, which is obvious. And so now I'm going to pull a card, and this is for the Divine Collective. And we ask these things in the sacred name of Jesus Christ. Remember, I'm a Mormon. Can't shake that crap. Here we go. Resolution. So, I think decisions have been made. Resolutions are in the process of being made. They are resolution. We've resolved to continue. And ultimately, as a collective, we really need to come to a great resolution. And I hope to be a great part of it because I'm more than happy to share with you those things that I've been guided to share with you. So again, I wish you the very best. Namaste and God bless.